Welcome to this course, How to Create a Pivot Table using Microsoft Excel. Pivot tables are Microsoft Office's trademarked version of editable tables for a spreadsheet. They are primarily used to organize and view data in a useful way. The steps are simple. First, correctly arrange the data. Next, use the Insert tab. Use the Pivot Table tool. Then you can edit your table. To create and use a pivot table, your data or information should be arranged in a specific way inside the worksheet or grid of the Excel workbook. Data must be arranged in a line-by-line format. Each row should represent a separate piece of data. All of the characteristics of each entry must be in a separate column within the row. Using your mouse or keyboard, select all of the data within the worksheet you would like to include in the pivot table. Select the Insert tab at the top of the page, then click on the Pivot Table button. The Create Pivot Table box should appear. The first entry, choose the data that you want to analyze, should already have the selection Select Table or Range filled in, and the data range should be entered into the Table Range blank box. For the next entry, choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. Choose either New Worksheet or Existing Worksheet. New Worksheet is the default. Click the OK button. A blank pivot table will be created. From the box called Pivot Table Fields, you can check the boxes of the fields you would like to add to the report. They will then populate into the areas below. You can deselect any field as well as drag and drop into the correct area. Using the Filters box will filter the entire pivot table. Use the arrow and the selection box to use this filter. The rows and column areas can be changed to change the entire pivot table. Drag between the areas. You can also change the values that are being reported on, as well as change the settings of those values. Click the arrow to the right of the field to see your options. You can change the calculations, as well as the format of the number being calculated. There are many options of setting up a pivot table just how you need it. To learn more, go to the Edit Pivot Table course, access the First Lesson in Creating and Using Pivot Tables walkthrough, or contact the Learning Department at learning@company.com.